The pandemic in China continues to spread. Although the Chinese Communist Party authorities have tried their best to cover it up, in the face of the tragic facts, many Chinese people have found out something is wrong. During this period, many netizens in mainland China posted online saying that 2025 will be the peak period of death. The government has been very evasive about the cause of the large number of deaths. Many people said that judging from the symptoms, it's very similar to the new coronavirus. Many patients had thought that what they got was just a cold, but it turned out to be white lung. In this wave of the pandemic, young people accounted for a relatively large proportion of deaths. Mr. Fu, a citizen of Xinjiang, Henan province, said that during this year's epidemic, he knew of several young and middle-aged people who died suddenly without any warning, and they were all members of the Communist Party of China. A set of data on mortality rates for different age groups in China has sparked heated discussions online, with the sudden death of millennials attracting the most attention. Among them, the mortality rates of those born in the 1980s and 90s were 5.2% and 3% respectively, ranking first and third. However, the Cybersecurity Bureau of the Ministry of Public Security of the Communist Party of China urgently refuted the rumor and imposed administrative penalties or warnings on netizens. But netizens have revealed that many young people around them have died. Someone took a photo of the electronic screen at a funeral home in Shandong, and it showed that among the 8 people who died in recent days, 3 were between the ages of 14 and 31. Mr. Li, a villager in Zhoukou, Henan province, revealed, "Many people had serious fever and colds. They died one after another. The hospital was overwhelmed with so many people and very tense. Waves of people died. Many had pneumonia, heart attacks, and cerebral infractions. Many people died in their 30s and 40s, and they were gone for no apparent reason." A doctor from Jiangsu province who goes by the pseudonym Zhang Liang revealed to overseas Chinese media that many young people in China have died from myocardial infarction and cerebral infraction. He said, "There are many sudden deaths, which is quite common. I noticed this because of my work is related to this aspect. This type of people are very young, in their 30s and 40s. According to medical terms, it's basically heart disease and myocardial infarction. In fact, the number of cases has increased since the epidemic. People like this are usually in good health, have no underlying diseases, and are strong and healthy. We found that their jobs are not very tiring, just like those of government agencies and institutions." Zhang Liang pointed out, "For people who pass away like this, their medical death certificates will all say sudden cardiac death, which means cardiac arrest. After the pandemic, most people in mainland China are in sub-health. No one is very healthy. Most people's physical indicators are a bit abnormal. Moreover, 70 to 80% of people have nodules on their bodies, especially lung nodules." Tong Jingyuan, a commentator living in the US, also pointed out, "There is another factor that cannot be ignored, which is the sociological factor. The post-80s generation is the first generation to implement the one-child policy of the Communist Party of China. Now, they are basically the backbone of the entire society. They may have to bear more social and family obligations and work, so the entire post-80s generation generally has greater mental and physical stress. This may also be the reason why the mortality rate of the entire post-80s generation seems to be particularly high. Currently, hospitals across mainland China are overcrowded, and videos are constantly circulating online showing that crematoriums in many parts of China are queuing up to cremate bodies. The CCP officially claims that this is the peak influenza season and that 99% of the viruses are influenza A. However, the Chinese people generally question whether this is an outbreak of COVID-19 or a vaccine disaster. Mr. Li, a villager in Zhoukou village, Henan province, said that because too many people died in the area and China's economic depression, many local people simply switched to burial to save the cost of cremation. Li described that funerals were held every day in the local countryside and new graves were everywhere in the fields. He said, "For a village, there are 500 to 600, 700 to 800, or even more than 1,000 people inside. There are many deaths. How many people died? I didn't count them, but there were deaths in every village, either this village or that village. In some areas, there's a village every kilometer, so there are hundreds of thousands of villages and people are dying every day. Now, those who died are all young people. From the onset of the illness to go into the hospital, they died soon after. Sometimes they died before they could even be sent to the hospital, and no one reflected on this matter." This explains a question, namely, why do Chinese people now obviously feel that there are fewer people? Recently, many people in the city have been asking where all the people have gone. There is no one on the streets, in the shops, or the shopping malls. Some people assume that because of a large number of factories have closed down, many migrant workers have chosen to return to their hometowns and rural areas. However, the problem is that there are a large number of uninhabited villages in rural areas. While on a road trip in Hunan province, I unexpectedly discovered a large area of uninhabited houses, all surrounded by weeds. Walking into the houses, there are a lot of relics left. I wonder what happened here. What kind of story does it have? There are so many leftovers, military coats, raincoats, and the closet is full of clothes. I never expected that there's a TV here. There is also audio equipment. It's really unexpected that there would be so many housewares in such an abandoned dormitory building. Is anyone there? This house is so clean. Wow, there's a TV. Hey, look at the ground. It's so clean, but it's obvious that no one lives here. Did you see it? The bed is still so clean, and the door is open. There is also a flashlight, the same model. I also have this flashlight. This room puzzled me. Everything is clean, but the door is open. The couplets in this family's house are actually white. This white couplet generally has two meanings. Either the red color has faded, or it means that there has been a funeral. Look behind me, to the right and to the left. There are actually many buildings we haven't visited yet.
Hello
everyone, I am taking a picture of a village where most of the residential buildings have two stores. The degree of desolation and the desolate scene are beyond your imagination. This is the first house you enter the village and the second house. The second house is also a building. Don't mention the growing plants and weeds. Look, this gate hasn't been open for a long time. This is the third house. The grass there is almost as tall as the gate. These are all buildings, all modern buildings, right? Do you see the third one? The door on the third house has already fallen off. This is the fourth house. Look, the buildings behind the fourth house are also all two-story modern houses. This is the fifth one. The fifth house is a bungalow which has been abandoned. It's a pity for them. There are three houses outside. To put it bluntly, this, and this, especially this house is better. To put it bluntly, this place is right on the road. If it were inconvenient to transport, it might be reasonable to be abandoned. But we see the house is on the roadside and the highway has been built to the doorstep. This is probably what people say. When the road is open, people are gone. This is the current scene of the old village in Shandong province. You are the only one staying here tonight. How many people were there in the village at its peak? 406 people. Do you live in this village now? Yes. How many families are in this village now? 16 households. Such uninhabited villages are not isolated phenomena. They are now known to exist in many provinces, including Hunan, Hebei, Henan, Hebei, Guangxi, Yunnan, and others. Friends, I don't know what is going on here. A small town with a population of over 100,000 people has been completely abandoned. There were probably 1,000 households here, more than 1,000 households. But now there are only 10 left. Most houses have sealed and welded so you can't get in. There is still a part that can go in. Have you seen this one? It was obviously destroyed by someone and then sealed with iron sheets, ventilated. This is a scene captured by a blogger after entering an abandoned mansion. There are daily necessities and clothes inside, but no one knows where the owner has gone. Once you enter this house, you will see what arrogance means. See? This house is a bit dark. I'll take a few photos for you so you can see how rich people are. Almost everything in the house is here. Everything. Do you see it? Hey, I finally enjoyed the rich life and saw what rich people are like. So rich. All the good nutritional supplements are thrown here, and all the brand name clothes are also thrown here. Let's go up to the second floor along this staircase. This is the structure of the second floor. When you enter this room, you will see the bed, luggage, all the massage chairs, and other luxury items. How should I put it? It seems like none of the things in this room have been taken away. They are all good things. Oh my god, this bag was damaged by mice and cost tens of thousands of dollars. It's LV. There are luggage and clothes in this house. This should be a hostess, a lady, a rich woman. cosmetics, and there was also a mobile phone. What kind of mobile phone is this? This wardrobe is full of high-end clothes, leather jackets, furs, all kinds of clothes. Finally, you understand the luxurious life of rich people. All the clothes here are like this. Look, his third floor is a sunroom.
它这个3楼是个阳光房啊。
From this, we can see that these villages, houses, and even this mansion are fully equipped with daily necessities. The only strange thing is that the owners are missing. In this regard, netizens have expressed, I think the reason why there was no one in the village is probably because many people died in the pandemic at that time. So the place has been abandoned and no one can come back, plus the authorities concealed these reports. If there were no housewares left in the house, it would be very likely that the population has naturally died out due to urbanization. But the house has a lot of items from the footage, which is really suspicious. It seems very likely that the people were taken away. Why is the door open and some items in disarray? It's difficult to explain except for some organizations ransacking the house and destroying the village. Some people questioned, what kind of country is this? Even the population is a state secret. Many people posted videos asking, are there still 1.4 billion people in China? Some netizens pointed out, according to the database of the China Business Industry Research Institute, China's raw salt production in 2022 was only 49.864 million tons, a 25% decrease from 67.014 million tons in 2019, before the pandemic. The decline is astonishing. No matter how the Beijing authorities try to conceal the truth about the pandemic, how they try to destroy data related to it, and how they require crematoriums across the country not to leak internal data, as these uninhabited villages and houses are discovered one by one, we believe that the truth about this pandemic will come to light one day. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.